Okay, a few other things before I wrap it up here, a few other areas to change, identifying areas to change specifically. So this means really just doing some thinking about some of the things that typically bring about negative thoughts in your day-to-day and seeing what you can do to change those things. Are there any daily stressors that you could alter or avoid? Any relationship changes, things like that? Uh, think about any areas that you have control over. Taking small steps to alter things that cause negativity. We just talked about one, like social media, right? Taking steps to alter things that cause that negativity to creep in can help move you to a better ratio of positive to negative. You're not going to be able to control all of it, right? But see what you can do to affect the things in your world that you can control, that you see, hear, are exposed to. If you can cut some of that negative down and get more positive, then it's going to be a good thing, right? Next is practicing healthy habits. When we take care of ourselves physically, it helps our mind function better and vice versa, right? So big four areas: eating well, getting enough activity, exercise, enough sleep, managing stress are very helpful factors in our ability to live a more positive life. So again, not going to dive into these. We have lots and lots of webinars on each of these topics on our blog, so check those out. But again, don't forget the physical part, because physical and mental are intertwined. So make sure you're treating yourself well on both sides as much as you can. Getting outdoors. There are numerous studies that show just being outside does wonders to our mood and ability to be positive. It increases levels of serotonin, which is a key hormone that helps stabilize our mood, our feelings of well-being, our happiness. Sunshine specifically helps our body make vitamin D, which can protect against depression, among other things. Now, I know some of you we're in the winter for a lot of us, right? Even a small dose of being outdoors, even 10 minutes can improve that mood, right? So just get out, enjoy it when you can, and get out there as much as you possibly can, depending on your situation. Next one is surrounding yourself with positive people. Again, some you control, some you can control, some you can't, but finding those in your life and finding those that are positive, supportive people in your life can be a huge factor, as many of you know, right? And then negative people can increase those stress levels and again, bring that negativity in. Now, again, can't avoid everybody, but if you can't avoid those negative people that you know kind of are Debbie Downers, if you will, just do your best to limit contact with them as much as you can. Or after you're with them, practice some of that positive self-talk, practice some stress management, find one of those happy things in your stress toolbox to do afterwards, right? And then also increase contact with those that bring you joy as much as you can. On that same note, being nice to others helps us be more positive ourselves. Now, this means both in person and via email, social media, all that stuff as well, right? When we help others, when we're kind to others, it activates the part of our brain that feels pleasure. So we get as much out of it as the other people do that we're being nice to and that we're helping. So saying kind words, volunteering, simply practicing random acts of kindness for those that you know or those that you don't know can be a great boost for that mental well-being. So don't forget about stuff like that as well. And then lastly, check yourself. I don't mean this in a negative way, like check yourself, right? But check on how your thoughts are periodically during the day. Just stop and evaluate what you're thinking about and if it's positive or negative. This is a great way to start. If you find that your thoughts are mostly negative in that moment, pause if you can. Use one of the techniques we talked about, turn it around with positive, find the positive, do some deep breathing just to practice gratitude for a minute to hopefully put some positive spin on that moment if possible. And those are the little things that build into that big thing that changes that overall mindset, right? Be aware of what you're thinking. Okay, wrapping it up here. Really treat yourself like you would a friend or family member. right? We're much more positive for other people, like I already stated. Be compassionate, be positive, be supportive to other people, but also to yourself. Pick one small step today that you can take. It can be something I mentioned. It can be something you've been thinking about doing and just haven't done that you know will bring more positivity into your life. But find one small step to improve your day today that you can build on every single day from here on out. And then practice. You can practice breathing while doing gratitude. You can practice that positive self-talk by giving yourself a nice pep talk. You can practice those healthy physical habits that will help your mental habit. Repetition is the key to create long-term sustainable changes and sustainable habits. So stick with it as much as you can. If you fall off, get right back on it, right? And then lastly, don't take yourself too seriously, right? We're all human. We all make mistakes. We all have something that we're going through, some bigger than others, but we all have something that we know is going on that isn't necessarily positive. So do what you can. Look to find joy in every day, and every day will be better in return for you.